Hello and welcome to Genshin Impact, or at least something new I want to try. Um, there are a lot of lore books out in this world, as you can see from my collection. And with most games, this is lore about the game that is told in a book you can find in the world, in the library or somewhere else. What I'd like to do is tell these stories at least want to have somewhat of a complete collection because, as you can probably see from this series here, The Fox and the Dandelion Sea, we have up until 3 and then it skips to 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. Misses a lot of books. They're not necessarily in the game, they're just volumes that they created, telling a story about the Fox and the Dandelion Sea. But I want to ease things off with this series because I don't know where it will go. It's like something I've never done. Normally I just do playthroughs of games. And this game has caught my attention and is pretty fun to play. It's free to play. And I like lore, I like reading, I like writing stuff, so this is kind of my area. I don't know if... I feel like a lot of people play this game want to know more about the game as well, even though it's not told in the game itself. These could be things like stories told to children in the game, or they could, for example, this is just a gliding instruction manual that I want to go through today because it has some fun stuff in it. And maybe there are people that want to listen to the story while they're playing the game, for example. And I haven't seen it anywhere on YouTube. And it's just actually fun to read. There's some fun stuff in there. You even have, you go to the tree where you have Venti or standing. Not gonna spoil at least nothing from the game. But the tree is dedicated to Vanessa. And there is a double book about the Legend of Vanessa, and it's written as a song, poem type deal. And it tells about her early years when she met Barbados and stuff like that. Barbados is the animal god or the animal arc, basically, for this area. So it has some interesting stuff. So I thought maybe we could see where it goes. And yeah, these could be short. Depends. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. If this one is short, I might take another book in account. We'll see how it goes. Maybe some volumes will have a longer version. Maybe some videos will be just 6 minutes long. Why? Because they're bonus on top of what I do. Because I like it. We'll see where it goes. Without further ado, let me tell you about the gliding instruction manual. Because gliding in Mondstadt or anywhere else in the world, you need a license for it. You can't glide without a license. It is punishable. Why, you ask? Do you think a king ordered that? No. Mondstadt is a city that is free of everything. There's no king, there is no emperor, there's nothing. Everybody can live free. There are rules. You can't murder somebody, obviously. You can't steal, you can't, the normal stuff. But they're not governed by anything. By the god that should technically rule over them. They live free and happy. Of course, they're monsters, but hey. So, you can glide in the world as well, with wings, but you need a gliding license, which you get through exams. By gliding, of course. No written text for you. So this is a guidebook for the ones new to using wind gliders. It also serves as a mandatory reading material to get a gliding license in Mondstadt. It contains all the necessary info any user must know. Without further ado, let's read. Now, let's see what it does. Let's put up the music a little bit. Gliding instruction manual. Before gliding, make sure you are physically and mentally prepared against jumping off a cliff and falling to your doom. While it can hurt, you can die. So you need to make sure you are physically and mentally prepared. Make use of a wind current or elevated terrain for takeoff, because just standing on the ground will not lift you off, unless there's a wind current. Keep an eye on the wind conditions while gliding to maintain steady balance. You do not want to land in a tree, obviously. Or against a building, because that is even worse. Pay attention to air traffic conditions and only use a wind glider while the date on your gliding license remains valid, just as in the real world. Who am I kidding? We all live in a fantasy world. So your gliding license can expire, which means you have to redo your exams, or you just pay someone off to make it valid again. You don't get caught, because that's punishable. Keep your balance while gliding and retract the wind glider at a safe altitude. Don't drink and glide, people. That's important. Don't drink and glide. There have been a few violation cases that they have mentioned in the gliding instruction manual. Case 1. To make his daughter happy, a Mondstadt civilian named Rudolph jumped from his 2-story house, resulting in the fracturing of his left leg and a contusion to his buttocks. This accident could have cost Lily her father. Rudolph received a warning ticket and had his gliding license suspended for 1 year. Just to make his daughter happy, it almost cost his life. Instead, just a little pain in his buttocks and a fractured left leg. I think he'll be happy to never do that again. Always make sure, whenever you drop, to pull out your glider. If you don't do it in time, you fall, and you can break things. Let this be a warning to all. Violation case number 2. A tourist named Alice created a wind current at Windrise by blasting an animal slime and used it to quickly climb to great heights with a wind glider. The legendary adventurer performed a series of aerobatic stunts in the skies above Mondstadt. Her performance earned a big round of applause from the crowd. However, Jean, the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, summoned her and gave her a 10-day detention. Case number 3. To show off his self-proclaimed lyre-playing skills, Jose, the bard, tried to play the lyre. While using a wind glider, insisted on singing the long sonnet he had just finished. After 10 minutes of mumbling an unbearable lyre tune, the 6-fingered Jose, who is acclaimed as the bard no worse than Barbados, fell into the wishing well head first before half of the civilians of Mondstadt, luckily. Barbados always pays extra care to those with little self-awareness. Although the lyre and the wind glider were badly damaged, the bard himself suffered only minor bruising. Jose got his gliding license suspended for 5 years for reckless gliding and had to perform community service for 3 months. As you can see, a gliding license is important in this case, because if you have people that go and do these amazing things, they end up getting hurt, and they could take others with them. Let that be a lesson for all. Glide safe. And and always never drink. This was the gliding instruction manual, and I will see you all next time for a different story of the world of Genshin Impact. Until then, stay safe, wear a mask. Goodbye.